You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it seems like the NFL and Roger Goodell, well, it seems like there may be no boundaries, no limits to the amount of greed they're willing to show when it comes to you being able to consume their product. We've talked about in the past that at some point, eventually, something will burst the bubble of the National Football League's dominance. And I'm talking about from ratings, whatever, the popularity of it. Because it seems like, well, the ratings just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We've also talked about, let's not lose sight of the fact that Major League Baseball and NBA used to be juggernauts. And now they're not. They're not at all. The ratings are not good on a national level. They've successfully turned two major sports into regional sports. They're very big in their cities for their teams, but on a national level, nobody watches those other two sports anymore. There used to be a three-headed monster in sports: NBA, Major League Baseball, NFL. College football is quickly steamrolling towards the NFL right now. So, as we know, the NFL earlier this, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, put an NFL playoff game exclusively on Peacock. Well, they also are putting one exclusively on Amazon Prime. What's happening here is instead of the NFL making their product more consumer-friendly, in other words, hey, we're going to put this on as many network television broadcasts as we can so anybody can consume our product. No, they're quickly wanting to turn this into some kind of a pay-per-view situation. And when they do, I think the league is going to take a major, major hit. Now, last week I did this video right here that the NFL was blindsided by this ESPN, Fox, and WBD, and that's Warner Brothers Discovery. They were blindsided by that merger, all right? And they were livid, mad. You've got NFL lawyers combing through those contracts because the NFL is trying to figure out how to yet line their pockets even more. Once again, the NFL fan is not being elevated here. All right? They're not trying to figure out how to make this easier for an NFL fan. They want you to pay more money. Now, Peacock celebrated that the ratings and their new subscribers from the exclusive playoff game. But we also did a video where Peacock has lost $2.7 billion in the fourth quarter of 2023. Now, Comcast, who owns Peacock and NBC and Paramount Plus, right, are in discussion to form a merger together and combine their services. Now, I don't know if they're going to merge the entire companies or they're probably looking to just put their streaming services together. The NFL would normally be like, oh, great. All right, so people that's got Peacock can consume and blah, blah, blah. Except, no, Roger Goodell and the NFL are now trying to figure out how they can monetize this over and beyond what they're already charging people for football. I mean, it's crazy. The viewer is losing here because it's costing viewers more and more money. The whole point of streaming was supposed to be, hey, we're going to save money versus satellite and versus cable. That's not the case anymore. I'm paying well over $100 for streaming services. Well over. Now, I'm paying more now than I was with Dish Network. That's crazy. TV viewership has evolved from cable to streaming and potentially back to something that will look a lot like cable. And it could impact the manner in which the NFL does business. During Super Bowl week, plans emerged of a mega streaming service combining ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery. Now the Wall Street Journal reports that Paramount and Comcast have had discussions about combining Paramount Plus and Peacock. Per the report, the companies have talked about forming a partnership of a joint venture that could, quote, produce significant cost savings while creating a more in-depth offering for consumers, especially with regards to live sports. The NFL reportedly was, quote, blindsided by the Super Bowl week news of the ESPN, Fox, Warner Brothers Discovery announcement, prompting the league to direct its lawyers to begin, quote, scouring broadcast deals for loopholes. All right? Now, that's the problem, is now you've got the perception that the NFL is livid and they're trying to figure out how to make yet more money out of this. All right? Instead of saying, oh, good, an easier way for, as things are constituted, for NFL fans to consume our product, nope, we're trying to figure out how we can make this cost fans more money. Oh, man, come on. As to a potential Paramount Plus Peacock pairing, the NFL can't claim it was caught flat-footed if it happens. As NFL broadcast partners join forces, the league's massive leverage coming from a scarcity of its products could be eroded. However, as the world moves to streaming, there will be more potential customers, with the likes of Apple, Amazon, and Netflix joining the fray. The league could also begin to sell more packages, with alternative broadcast no longer being subsumed within network broader's rights, but part of a separate revenue stream. Pay us more money. Via Nikki Walcott of Sports Business Journal, NFL Executive Vice President for Media Distribution Hans Schroeder recently said, quote, alternative broadcast could eventually be sold as a separate package of rights. Okay, wow. It's an endless dance between the NFL and companies vying to televise or to stream NFL content. The league prefers having more suitors than packages in order to keep prices as high as they can be. And if the league can separately sell rights to various alternative broadcasts, the NFL can generate more and more revenue without increasing inventory. Regardless of how things play out with various companies that want to do business with the NFL, the fact remains nothing gathers a massive live audience like pro football. As the audience continues to fracture, the league's power to gather millions in the same place at the same time becomes more and more valuable to companies that hold rights, and thus more and more lucrative to the NFL. And I'm going to tell you, so many fans caving on that Peacock situation to consume that hurt the future of how NFL football is going to be consumed. Eventually, the Super Bowl will be a $49.95 pay-per-view event or something higher than that, $99.95. It's eventually going to be something everybody is going to have to pay for. It may be 10 years from now, but that's where it's headed. You know, the Super Bowl used to be something anybody could just put on. The playoffs, too. It was like at least you knew once you got to the playoffs, you could hook up your antenna and turn it on, and it was a free live broadcast, and everybody was happy. That is going away. That is going away, which is amazing because the NFL is paid mega dollars from networks. I'm just talking about networks, actual ABC and ESPN, Disney, NBC, CBS, the actual original usual suspects. That's not enough. That is not enough. And look, I'm all for capitalism, but I also want things to be user-friendly and fan-friendly and not have to cost more money in a time when everything else is costing more money. I mean, your car insurance and going and buying slices of cheese are eating people alive right now. I mean, Roger Goodell in the NFL clearly does not care. Instead of saying, oh, those two companies might combine, so now at least the people that's got Paramount Plus and that has and the other people that's got Peacock can come together and it'll be, the same price or $1 more or whatever, and then they can see the games on CBS and the ones that are on NBC. There you go. Friendly. No. Let's figure out how to make more packages out of that and monetize it. Cha-ching. I'm seeing a world where you're literally going to have to start purchasing a weekly package, a monthly package. I mean, it's going to be Sunday ticket run amok like gremlins that got wet. You know what I mean? That's and we know how gremlins turned out. Yeah, they were friendly, weren't they? Okay. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.